good, YouTube? It's your boy J King back with another reaction video. You guys, bro. TikTok's most disturbing case, bro. This title, like the title of this video, just throws me, bro. Like it throws me. I know it threw y'all, cause it definitely threw me out the ballpark. Like somebody, like I was a baseball. I'm in the pitcher's hand. The pitcher threw me, and whoever hit me done hit me for a home run. When I seen this, you feel me? They home run me like I'm talking about swung. I went out the park with it. I'm a whole home run right now because I'm baffled by this title. I didn't like no words, bro. Like I really don't have no words. Man, bro, that's bro, y'all. Y'all.
And you met with the father who adopted several foster kids, and he says as much as he's given to them, they've given a lot more back.
They have definitely, and we're talking nine boys.
Did you know what he mean by that? Did you know what he mean by that? Giving a lot back. What do you mean? You look like you was a sick person. Look at this man. Look at him. Look at him. That's the real him. This ain't the TikTok him. This is the real him. Look, this that I'm caught face. So I'm showing you my true colors. I can tell you just nasty. You just nasty and you sick.
Tonight, an adoptive father of 9 boys is in jail, charged with horrific crimes. He's accused of abusing one of those boys.
Those are dreads. How the hell did you farm?
Trying to get help.
We just gonna watch this, bro. I want to see how much I can see of this, bro.
In early January of 2017, 33-year-old Haim Nissim would post his first YouTube video with his 9 adopted sons. Haim had done the rounds in local media circuits due to his generosity. Given the situation the family found themselves in, it's to no surprise that they started to post online and share what their life was like. Over the years, their content really started to gain traction, more so on TikTok than YouTube, although their YouTube following was growing too. In February of 2023, operations came to a halt. The family stopped posting on social media, and for a brief period it seemed as if they gave up on their internet journey. However, the truth was much darker.
If you don't talk about it, he could be doing that to your little brothers. They're 7 and 8 years old. You don't want... Jeez, like anything could happen. If he's doing that to other kids, he could bring you guys diseases, anything.
Me personally,
I'm aware, but I'm just waiting I'm essentially waiting until I'm 18 because I actually have a timer, like a quite literal timer.
When you say
February
rape,
16th,
do you mean rape or do you mean molest? Like, is he actually penetrating?
No, yes. I'm aware of the difference.
What?
I turn 18 in 16 days, 1 hour, 17 minutes, and 11, 10, 9, 8, 7,
This is really bothering me right now.
5,
Not even.
Bro, got a
4,
timer, real
3,
life.
2, 1, 16 minutes, 1 hour and 6.
Early years, other than he was born into a Catholic family and was originally named Jeffrey Lujan Vigil. The name change came as the result of Haim switching faiths later in life. It was after he moved to Dallas to work as an office manager that he became attracted to Judaism. He came to us one day and said, "I'm going to convert." I was shocked at first because at one point in his life he wanted to become a priest, but then I thought it was beautiful. In 2010, he filed for a name change and cited his faith conversion as a reason. Haim had been a well-established volunteer with various charities and organizations by 2010. He helped those in need. Although his mother stated that he moved to Dallas to become an office manager, the truth might be slightly different.
Bro, just looking at you, Your chest is wide enough for my feet to just kick you like Tom did that black dude in the parking lot. Like I just wanna come back and get a running head start and just drop kick you in your chest, bro. Cause what are you doing? We ain't even 3 minutes into the video, bro. 3 minutes into the video, bro. They are, man.
I was in my early 20s when I became a volunteer for centers for children and families in West Texas.
You were touching on them too, huh? That's what you were doing.
From there, I was exposed to the need for foster as well as adoptive parents. I remember the day so clearly when I received a phone call about two children who had been placed in foster care. I called Child Protective Services the same day.
How you a man of God touching on little boys?
I sent books and food to the boys. As time passed, the care worker called me to ask if I would become licensed to foster the boys. And so the journey began. Haim would act as a foster father to those boys, and eventually he adopted them. The adoptions wouldn't stop there though, because as you know, over the next few years he adopted a total of 9 boys.
9 is crazy, bro.
The mother never had a stable home and had been living from place to place. She often left the children in the care of other people for an extended period of time without contacting them. This is how an investigator from the Department of Family and Protective Services would describe the mother of 2 of the children that were in Haim's care. The boys, both brothers, had came from an extremely neglectful and abusive home. Their father had died when they were young. Their mother was a drug addict who was in and out of jail. She had a history with the department, but all cases up until the most recent one, when the boys were put into Haim's care, were dismissed as family members would normally step forward to take the children under their wing. The boys would end up in Haim's care after agents from Family and Protective Services decided it was time to fully remove them from the care of the family after the following was discovered during a lengthy investigation. The boys were physically assaulted by their mother's boyfriend. They were dirty as they had nowhere to clean. They weren't being fed. They missed out on school. They had to take care of themselves and were exposed to hard drugs. Similar circumstances, maybe even worse, would have been the case for all 9 boys. So as you can see, they were extremely vulnerable and needed a loving home, which Haim provided. The family had made the rounds in local media circuits given the situation at hand, although articles have understandably been wiped from the internet given the circumstances of the case. People fell in love with the story though. A single man since his early 20s had given a new life to 9 children with the potential to go on to adopt more. Deserved, but most of all they had fun together and shared lots of memories. That was all for the camera though. Something much darker was taking place behind the scenes. Something that many could never have imagined. And this whole situation was about to be blown wide open on January 30th, 2023, when one of the 9 boys called into a podcast to reveal all.
I do know the sergeant personally, and I know the commander.
Okay.
Now, the problem here is it's essentially my word versus all of my brothers, and I don't want to give any information that could... I already know how NCIC and PCIC work. I know how a lot of the different things work, so I don't want to provide too much detailed information. I just want to know what should be done. I don't.
Well, it's not your word against your brothers, because your brothers are not the ones that's doing this to you, right? Is it?
Well, no. But technically, when it comes to the CPS investigations, there has been 8 launched, and all of them were acquitted. So I'll make this slightly even worse. Since we were little, seeing that we came from CPS, we had very obvious cognitive issues, specifically 3 of my brothers, and they happen to all take psychotic medications. You can see where this is rolling. He has a doctor who was friends with him, and I'm speaking of my father now, and he essentially had us all placed on medication. So hold on, I was just checking to see if my father was coming home because I thought that there was a car. So essentially what I'm saying is, anytime we make a CPS investigation, he'll either bribe us or he'll just directly scare us, and two of my brothers are 7 and 8, so there's no chance. We do not have cameras inside. I'm smart enough to take a burner phone, which is what this phone is operating through. It's just Wi-Fi. My dad doesn't even know I have it. But anyway, I'm about to be 18, and I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. I have a driver's license, which is valid, and the thing about it is I'm not allowed to have it.
Let me
And I
ask you a
also have
question. Where are you at right now? Can you just leave and go somewhere? Like, if I gave you a safe place to go, will you be able to go there?
not entirely sure.
Why?
Because all of my brothers are here.
Or baby, listen. Listen to me though.
He don't want to leave his brothers.
You need to get your brothers help too. You need to get out of here so you can help your brothers. I was raped too when I was young, and you know something? I wish that I
What
was,
is
you know,
going on with
raised
y'all
to
getting raped,
to
bro?
you know do something different, because then you have to worry about the fact that if you
This
don't
is
talk
wild,
about it,
bro.
he could be doing that to your little brothers. They're 7 and 8 years old. You don't want,
Could? What you mean
geez,
could?
like
He
anything could happen.
is.
If he's
Ain't
doing
no
that to other
could.
kids, he
I
could
mean,
bring
not
you guys
is, he
diseases,
was.
anything.
I'm aware, but I'm just waiting in order. I'm essentially waiting until I'm 18 because I actually have a timer, like a quite literal timer.
When you say rape,
February
do
16th.
you mean rape or do you mean molest? Like, is he actually
Bro was
penetrating you?
really counting down for
Yes,
real. Like he was really
I'm aware
counting
of the
down. Bro
difference.
said 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, an hour and
I turn
16
18
minutes,
in
bro.
16 days, 1 hour, 17 minutes, and 11, 10, 9,
Six,
8,
This
7,
is really bothering me right now.
16
Starting
5,
days,
out of here.
bro.
4, 3, 2, 1, 16 minutes, 1 hour, and 16 days. The devil is a liar.
Let me ask you
Yeah,
this:
you right. The
have
devil
you
is a
been to the
lie.
police?
I agree with
I
you on
go every
that.
single
Bro said,
week.
bro said a liar.
And they don't do anything.
I haven't told him.
Or so why did you go to the police if you didn't tell them?
Well, I didn't go to the police. I go because I was put into the program by my father. It's just another addition as to he can say, my kids are perfectly okay, which has been done
No,
before.
no. This is different.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to the police, they will do something.
If they
They
have
will.
information.
Yep. Ain't no info,
But
bro.
you
All
have
they gotta
all
do is
your
kick the door
information,
down,
babes.
folks. And drop kick him in his chest one good
Wouldn't
time.
they need a warrant for
His
anything?
fat ass won't be
No.
able to breathe.
And they will
I'm
keep you
telling
safe. They're not going to let you go
you.
back to
Not
that
the
house.
wind
And
out
they're
his
going to
ass,
pull
then
every
arrest
kid
him.
out of
It be
there,
over with then.
which needs to happen. And he needs to be in jail. You
I
need.
would
So I
with Tim's on.
so I
Drop
give
kick him
PC.
dead in his chest with Tim's on. But it
What? Yes, they
What's
UPC. Like, they're going to put you inside of a placement so that you can be safe. Yes. Right, Rafi? Yeah. Once they pull you out from where you live, you can't go back there. They're not gonna bring you back there. And they won't bring no other child in there neither, especially with that with these allegations until a full investigation is done. And it's not gonna be
there was 8 full investigations done.
okay, but
Not once have they removed us.
listen to this though, because you're saying there was 8. Okay, because now this is the thing, and you're saying that because I just want to make sure that everything. So who told him that people were being touched? Was it somebody else told him that? Why was there an investigation that happened if you never told him anything?
My other brothers have, one of them ran away and was returned by the constable. And then the constable stated that there was allegations made, and CPS came the next day. They took us to the child assessment center, where not just me, but 7 of my other brothers testified against the word of my other brother, which essentially ruled it out. They also decided that he was not cognitive mind, so they gave him even more medications. Currently, he is prescribed Latuda at 80 milligrams. I'll I'll have to check. They're all kept in this bag.
What state are you in?
I don't want to provide that.
So how are you expect us to give you help, babe? I don't know what to do right now. Like, listen, we're not gonna do anything that's not good. We actually want to help you.
I'm aware, but
You want help or not?
There's no way.
It sounds like you want help, but then you trying to switch it up and you don't want it. Do you want it or not?
You're still in the house.
no, the officers were not told about this because the mask that we put on is damn near invincible.
Oh, jeez.
I've met hundreds and hundreds of Amazon sellers that have failed. If you're trying to start an Amazon business right.
Okay, so
I
I would like to say something to clarify. If you can correct me if I'm wrong, but so basically you're saying that you and your brother, one of your brothers testified, but you all like testified against it, and you're telling us.
And they had it thrown out.
Okay, so you're telling us that it had been thrown out, and now you're saying that you guys can't say anything about it because you guys can't agree upon trying to, tell your not your tell the police. Can you guys agree?
And not for nothing,
the
if you
major
tell the
problem.
police the same thing that you're telling us, that your dad bribes you every time that you guys want to go, every time that he does something bad, he's bribing you to get back at, your good graces. You need to tell all of that because this is not right.
Yeah, this is, bro.
And what if you don't make it to your 18th birthday? You're counting down to it.
Bro, you
What if he
counting
feels
down?
like,
You
well,
literally
once he
got
turns 18
16
years old,
days
he's
left.
gonna leave or something? If he's this sneaky to be raping you from 11 to 17,
No, he's sneaky with
what
murder.
makes you think that he's not gonna do anything else? He sounds like he's definitely not a good person at all.
Well, the thing is, I live like 3 minutes from one of the substations, so I have. Okay.
Well, that's not
I have
protecting
him.
you, baby, because that's not protecting you.
I have him basically semi-scared of me, at least for the instance of I have sorta kinda gotten caught telling other people online, and he got terrified because I told him the truth. I have physical evidence, but the thing is, his lawyer stated that any evidence presented past the point of his trial, which has already passed, would be ruled nullified based on you can't try a person twice for the same crime.
Well, not for nothing, baby. I'm so sorry because
no. Hold on, wait. It's not the same. It's not the same crime if he still does it.
Correct, but the evidence that I have is presented for the crime that was before stated, which was sexual indecency with a child on 8 counts.
No, listen to me. When was this trial, whatever, that this happened? When did you have the trial?
I don't want to give too much information. Again, sorry.
Well, you see, that's what I'm trying to help you, but you're not giving me no information. But I do know that whatever.
It sounds like he don't really want help, but he just wants to vent, and that's like I don't know what to do at that point. But pray.
No. It sounds
like to me he don't know what he wants.
You cannot use it for an old trial. That's correct. But if he went on and did it again, that's new. That's not old. You understand what I'm telling you? If I rob you today, and they say, or whatever, like they say the same thing, I can't use the evidence for me robbing you now. That's fine. But if I rob you again tomorrow,
I'm really tired of hearing the questions. I ain't even gonna cap. We're gonna have to do the I'm tired of hearing this, bro, at this point.
When the podcast ended, the host, Twya Paynes, reached out to authorities to notify them about the information she had just discovered. However, there was one issue. She didn't know the name or the location of the caller, but that was no issue for law enforcement because they were able to trace the call back to Haim's home address in Houston, Texas. When police arrived at the address, Haim was arrested and the caller, a then 17-year-old teen, was questioned by detectives as a witness. Initially, the boy stated that he didn't know
just
what...
Look at his chest real quick. Good drop kick in the chest, boy. I'm talking about like just like Tom. Good front drop kick, a cool one to knock his fat ass, knock his. I can't even. My words are so scrambled right now because I'm so baffled. You nasty. You nasty. I hope
what detectives were talking about, but when they revealed that they had listened to the podcast, he began to shake and held his head down. It was then he started to tell them his side of the story. He told detectives that he wanted to wait until he was 18 to say something, as he believed authorities wouldn't believe him as a child. You see, according to the teen, 8 separate abuse-related CPS investigations were opened, but they were closed because Haim would either bribe or scare the children. Haim also reportedly would tell the children that it would be his word against theirs, and ultimately the case would get dropped due to insufficient evidence. What should be noted though is that the CPS still haven't confirmed or denied whether any previous investigations had taken place. When asked how long he had been abused, the boy told detectives it dated back to August of 2016, just 2 weeks after being adopted by Haim. He was just 11 years old. The abuse began by Haim asking him to go into his room at night and massage his feet. This would eventually lead to sexual abuse. That continued for a while, but the boy explained to detectives that when he was 14, it turned into rape. So, Haim was arrested and charged in relation to abusing the 17-year-old. But that wasn't the end of the case, because more of the children, the younger ones, would also tell detectives that they were being abused as well.
I ain't even gonna lie to you. Probably serving life right now. They whooped his ass in prison, boy.
Good morning, Your Honor.
But they was, they got on him, boy. They was not playing with him in that prison, but they got on him. They got on him. They was not playing. Look, bro in the wheelchair, but they done got in that booty.
Just wanted to let the court know we're going to, of course, proceed.
It ain't fun, ain't it?
Know that he
Look.
Right? Thank you.
And Judge, I'd also like to invoke the rule so if the applicant has any reason is going to testify during class, that they sit out of the courtroom while other people testify.
They probably were playing with their hair. You know, he got the little, whatever that is. I don't know what that's. Probably twirling their hair up in that shower, boy. Look at him. You can tell, bro. Look, he came in the wheelchair, bro. They was in that booty, boy. They did about 15 cartwheels and 20 backflips in that motherfucker. Oh my God. Excuse me.
On both sides ready to proceed?
We are, Your Honor.
We are, Your Honor.
And the state has informed that they want to invoke the rule, is that correct?
Yes, Judge.
So the rule has been invoked, and obviously both parties know what the rule is, so if y'all have any witnesses that want to testify,
I don't even feel bad for
you. You please admonish them regarding the particulars.
Like, bro, you disgusting, bro.
And with that said, let's proceed. The state of Texas has filed a motion to revoke the bond as
nasty, dog.
Pursuant to Article 1, Section 11B of the Texas Constitution, based on a new law violation, which the state is alleging he committed the offensive injury to a child, filed in cause number 180.
Oh, the judge gave him life, so he can get an internal. You know what I mean?
In addition, the state alleges that the defendant misrepresented.
I mean, not internal, but you know.
On numerous court settings, as well as in a hearing held on 1/27/2023.
But they got on him, but they got on him.
appear in court, and therefore the court was unable to ensure the public safety and his appearing in court at a future setting. This is signed by the state of Texas, Ms. Oswald. Are both sides ready to proceed?
We are, Your Honor.
The state is ready, Your Honor.
State, please call your first witness if you have any.
Yes, Judge. Prior to the first witness, Your Honor, I'd like to offer in certified copies, all labeled States Exhibit 1 through States Exhibit 13. They include the indictment. States Exhibit 1 is the indictment of the cause that we're moving forward on, which is 1650641. States Exhibit 2 is the bond conditions that were put in place on October 31st of 2019.
He shouldn't get no bond.
This
Bond
court
should be
on
revoked.
Cause number 1650641. And then States Exhibit 3 is the original motion to revoke the defendant's bond, which we granted judge on December, I believe, the 4th of 2020. States Exhibit 4 through States Exhibit 13 are the complaints in the new 10 cases that have been filed.
Your Honor, go ahead, just one second.
Who is his? Where is his lawyer? Who is his lawyer? Yeah, but they beat the brakes off him, boy. Look at him. He about ready to cry. Nah, don't cry now. You wasn't crying when you was doing what you was doing.
But, Your Honor, we're
You
going
wasn't crying then. I know them little boys was crying. You didn't care.
And 12 as not relevant to this hearing. These offense dates are before the bond conditions were finalized and filed in this case. Object to States Exhibit 2 because that bond was revoked and therefore that's not relevant to this hearing. And yes, that's correct, Your Honor. Those bond conditions are not relevant to this hearing because they were revoked. The bond conditions that were filed on 5/4/2022 would be the ones that are relevant to this hearing.
Judge, the bond conditions in States Exhibit 2 were the ones that were also put back in place after he was released from custody after your bond revocation, which is shown in States Exhibit 3. And then all of the other cause numbers are just for the court's reference with regards to the cases being filed. All of the case in which we're proceeding on today was indicted when all of those offenses.
You just look goofy as hell, bro. You look like a whole goofball, bro. I just want to know how many years they give him.
Were charged in complaints. So that's why I'm offering all of these documents for the court's reference.
Defense, your objection is overruled.
You like a whole goofball right now. Like
13 will be admitted.
It's not even.
Judge, would you like me to present them to you this time?
Judge, just to address the issue of the one bond conditions to the next, the reason why
you must got stabbed
the one bond conditions that we have in place from October 31st,
don't try to guilt trip now.
This ain't
finna help you.
November of 2019. He was then placed into custody for a series of days in December of 2019. The reason why we did not put those conditions in place from November of 2019 until May of 2022 is because he never came to court throughout that time. And you know that because you were here. And his defense counsel approached and he was never present. And the reason why he was never present from about February 1st of 2020 up until February the 11th of this year was because he was reportedly on hospice. We then had a hearing on January 27th of 2023. But prior to that hearing, his defense counsel somehow got him to sign those bond conditions, never him being present. So that's why he was not on bond conditions the entire time, because he was purportedly sick and couldn't be here. And on January 27th of 2023, we had another hearing with regards to the status of his health. Throughout that entire year, we requested through his defense counsel, because
I'm tired of looking at this man, bro.
CPS
your face making me mad. And just tell me what y'all gave this man. I don't even want to hear nothing else other than the sentencing.
Safety to the community, and I would beg the court to see that as his inability.
Like when he go to jail, like
I know you all are newer to
Like
the
he
case,
recently
but
went to
you
jail.
know the
Like
full history of the
recently,
case,
like
and this court has
kind of
asked
skill, y'all.
repeatedly for records regarding your client's health,
You got it off in
and
sections,
I've
but
received
I
records.
can't.
However, they were not clear, so I asked.
Oh, so this was in 2019.
Now, before you go thinking that's the end of
No.
the story, it isn't. You see, in 2018, Haim had applied to become a part of a program that would allow him to house foreign exchange students. For him to take part in this, he would have had to have been background checked, but the only issue was, he lied about his background. In the end, he was given the green light. Towards the end of 2018, a 16-year-old student from Spain was housed with the Cohens. He said the issue started within the first month of his arrival. It began when Haim started to make a big issue out of small problems. And when this happened, he told the boy he would need to make him happy. In other words, ladies and gentlemen, he sexually abused him. The abuse went on for roughly 8 months before the student approached teachers at his school to tell them what had been happening. The boy was removed from the home, and Haim was arrested and charged on 1 count of indecency with the child in the spring of 2019. The boy told police he didn't tell anyone to begin with because he didn't want to lose a year of his education and wanted to complete the exchange program. But in the end, he had to come forward. You do have to question why the children weren't removed from Haim's care. After all, the abuse continued after the 2019 charge. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, he was out on bail and continued to abuse his adopted sons.
That's wild.
And that's pretty much where we are today.
Y'all, like, it's some really sick people out in this world, bro. And I don't know, bro. I really don't got no comment on this, bro, because that's nasty, bro. Like, you really out here touching on little boys, bro. Like, what thrill do you get out of that? Like, that's just nasty. Like, ugh. Like, what is wrong with y'all, bro? What has the world come to, bro? Like, I get it always been like this, but bro, this is just no, bro, no, this is not. This is nasty, bro. It's nasty. Man, anyway, y'all, that's it for this video. This video is long. This video long. But I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one.
Appeared to be the perfect family. The boys were respectful. Haim gave them the life that they